Pusha T has revealed that UMG and Def Jam dropped both him and Clips from their label after refusing to take Kendrick Lamar off their album. Here's the quote saying, "After a summer of a beef between their two biggest artists that resulted in still an ongoing lawsuit from Drake, UMG then blanched at the antagonistic optics of two of Drake's biggest enemies linking on wax." I don't know what this quote is, what the hell. But Def Jam eventually agreed to release Clips and drop Pusha T as a solo artist, freeing the duo up the shop for a new home. What's up, y'all? Justy Buns in the building. First things first, linked in the description. My main channel where my blood, sweat, and tears is poured out, man. Be a part of the journey. Be a part of something great. And like I previously. That's how you say it. Like I previously said on this channel specifically is made for random videos. It doesn't matter what it is, but mainly still hip-hop and music focus. Video games could be brought up or I'm playing them. Movies, shows, etc. Let's get to the actual video though. Pusha T, Clips, No Malice, all of that. They're cooked, they're done, booted off of the simple fact that there's a Kendrick Lamar feature on the album. They did not want it on the album. You guys don't think there's something bigger than that? Like, obviously, it's the music business. It's the music industry. There's always something that we don't know. There's always a bigger picture. And there's always something else behind the scenes that we just don't know. It's the public eye. It's social media. We all have bits and pieces of information we can all gather, and that is actually pushed to the public. But you're telling me that just because, you know, they're label mates, I know they don't have the same deal. I know Pusha T, and like it's different on how negotiations are because we aren't seeing these people's contracts. I know some of it's public. I know some of the artists are actually open to what they have, what type of deal they have, or if they're independent or not. But there's also fake independence as well. But I don't want to get into that little tangent there. But Pusha T, Clips, No Malice, you know, the whole 90 yards. You know, I know, don't even go in the comment sections trying to correct me. I know Clips is Pusha T and No Malice as a duo. I just had that one feeling that there's either a rage baiter or there's just a comment that's going to be like, actually, do you know Clips is a duo? Yes, I know who Clips is. So don't even get me started. Anyways, I'm on my lunch break. Look, there's something bigger that we don't know about. Obviously, there's something bigger we don't know about. And I have a weird feeling that it definitely, obviously, has to do not only with the lawsuit, but with Drake himself. Because if I'm not mistaken, I was watching the Justin Hunt video yesterday. Or was it this morning? Memory's so garbage. Talking about how Pusha T recollects this being similar to the, you know, obviously their beef in 2018 when he had the story added on. And, you know, that got removed quickly and had a whole situation to where they didn't even want him to put that diss track out. So now they don't want this feature out. Why? Because they're two ops. Like, I know I said the quote in the beginning. Two ops? Like, two ops getting on wax? Like, that's it? That's all it takes for a simple no and taking it off the album? Like, what sense does that make? Seriously. And it makes it even worse that Pusha T himself said nothing has to do with Drake on the song. So what's the big issue? Is it really because Kendrick's featured on there? Is it really just because the lawsuit? That's it? That's all it is we don't want two ops on a track together. Bro, he had 3 features on the Playboi Carti record. I know he wasn't simply dissing him, but there's possible subtles if we want to reach and think that he's still talking about Drake on music, right? Good credit. Carti himself sent a subliminal at Drake. He want my swag. I got the whole world on 6s. You too late. Or he's too late. One of the two. Bro, that's literally a sublim at Drake. 2 ops linking up on an album. 3 features on there. And if you didn't get the bar, which I know you guys do, but for that one person that just doesn't get it, shout out to you, because I don't be catching every single bar. And this is a subtle one, and maybe I'm just reaching. Maybe this is not actually a sublime, but it's a sublime. I don't care. He want my swag. Drake is he been jacking swag for years. So he want my swag. I got the whole world on sixes. The 69 God himself. You too late. If you're reading this, it's too late. Like what? I don't know if Kendrick had his hand on that, but regardless, that's low-key a fire sublime. So what's the difference? And I don't know what label Cardi is signed to off the top of my head. But if they're both under UMG, then what was the difference? What's the difference? Seriously, I want to know. The only key differences would be, obviously, if they are under different labels, different umbrella. I just don't remember what label Cardi is signed to. And then obviously Pusha T went at a diss track war with him, kind of, if you want to call it that, because as soon as Pusha T dropped an official diss track, it was over. And Drake didn't even engage. What did he say? He wanted to put up a nice guy act? Or like, no, he said, I'm done putting I forgot, I'm paraphrasing. But basically saying I'm going to go back to being nice. The guy I am, being nice. Like the shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know, I'm going to just go back to being me, being nice. Then he goes right back to the mob boss persona, right? So, obviously, it's a whole identity crisis, and it's just funny. And it's also like D1 gaslighting. But yeah, as soon as Pusha T dropped that diss, it was over, and Drake didn't engage after that because he went too far. Yeah, right. Okay, so, yeah, there's two major differences, but regardless, so off the simple fact of a feature, there's for sure something going behind the scenes that we don't know about. And does Drake have something to do with it? Does Drake have something to do with it? Does Drake have something to do with it? Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Is Drake blackballing Pusha T? Or is Drake telling UMG, you know, I'm about to put another lawsuit. I'm about to say, yo, judge, you see this? They got my two biggest ops together on a record. Or it's just a simple fact that they got this lawsuit going on and they don't even want anything remotely close to being more on Drake's side of things, of like, oh, they're really trying to bring him down, tear his name apart. When he's still Drake is still one of the biggest artists in the world right now. I get it. He has a taint in hip hop. He has a taint when it comes to hip hop discourse, and those who are huge hip hop heads, they don't regard Drake anymore. They don't have him that high on their list, or he was never good, etc. Because don't get me wrong, I mess with Drake. Come on now, I grew up on that. You know what I mean? Drake has classics under his belt. Like, can I speak normal? No, I can't. It's just impossible for me. Good stuff. But damn, now I lost train of thought because I just can't speak like a regular, decent human being. Like, just with decent vocab, with some decent public speaking. You know what's crazy? I'm actually so good at that, yet I'm so trash at the same time. It's like, wow, pick a side. Anyways, like I was saying, I don't even know. I drifted off into nowhere's land, freaking yapping about yapping and yapping about yapping and yapping about yapping. But anyways, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Does Drake have something to do with it? Is it just UMG? Is it just Death Row Records? What is your guess? Because it can't just be the feature. It just can't be just because they're linking up together on a song. I'll see you on the next one. Like I said in the beginning, link in the description, main channel. That's where the meat and potatoes is at. All right? And I'm out.